It's the real comrade.
Under fire. We live in war. We live at the risk of being arrested. So it's good to bring, like you here and your father here, who are two different generations, but who converge on the same side. The master's generation and the captain's generation today. But it's the same thing. It's all family. Everyone runs to the same side.
And truth.
Speaking of family, how did it work until my wife's family from the congregation? You are from the congregation, right? We are from the congregation. And she said, how does it work? How do you separate the church with this police thing?
Look, in the beginning, for me, I was on the case. My father was already a military policeman. But my father always worked in traffic. He was a much more peaceful person than the two of us. So much so that he is already deceased. I died in 2019. And my father was the first sergeant of the military police. He was a soldier all his life. When he retired, he got some promotions so that he was civil guard. In short, he ended up retiring as first sergeant. When I joined the military police, as we are evangelicals, I went looking for the word. I never do anything without looking for the word. And the word came confirming my entry into the police, because it's something that those who are believers know what I'm talking about. And I was strengthened in that. I was strengthened. I joined. And when I joined, I got scared. I said, man, will I have to kill someone one day? It was unimaginable. One day having to kill someone. No one was born to kill anyone. Even more so for people who are police officers. It's unimaginable. And I went to look for the word that day in the church. I remember, in Brother Wilson's mouth. You already picked it up, and I saw that one. I don't remember exactly which passage, but I clearly remember something that everyone hears about. That part. The door that God opens and nobody closes. The door that God closes and nobody opens. It was God who opened that door. He will bless you. He will take care of you. He will be with you in every moment of your life. And I took that for myself. And that's how it was. The 5 years at the White Clay Academy that I did. When I graduated, I took my first shot at the 4th Oilambro Battalion. And until today, November 25, 1985, it's been 2 bums to the sack, 2 arrested in flagranti delicto, 11 hostages rescued unharmed, 5 weapons, which at the time were shotguns, honey, 28, man, a heavy weapon, right? There wasn't a rifle, there wasn't even a pistol, man, it was the rifle at the time, right? It was the rifle of the time, right? It was that 12-gauge, sawn-off barrel. It wasn't every day you got it. When it happened the first time, Danilo, I clearly remember the guy exchanging fire with us. 10 minutes later, the guy already sounded rushed in the lying in the sea. He was on the morgue table, the blood dripping, making that puddle in floor. I looked and said, damn, man, this guy, 10 minutes, he was alive. His guy was 26 at the time. I was 23. I was younger than him at the time. Bitch, I killed the guy, yeah. And I stayed there, the gang said. When you kill the first guy, you won't sleep. You keep thinking, whatever. No. I went home, because I was done with it. I went home, I slept, calm, I didn't feel anything. Why? Because I learned. I learned to share things very well. In the church, I am Brother Paolo. In the police, I am Colonel Telhada. If I'm Colonel Telhada in the church, Brother Paolo in the police will be shit. It's gonna be shit. So you have to know how to share things. I don't let one influence the other. In church, I go in a lot. I leave quietly. I do my duty. I stay quiet. I don't get involved in anything. I don't spend $1 billion anywhere. Because there's a guy who thinks he's a police officer. He wants to be a police officer at home. He ends up having problems with his wife, with his son, with his brother. On his street. He ends up having a problem where he dies. Exactly. So you have to understand that we are police. At the police, you come home, you're a husband, you're a father, you have to overlook a lot of things. You can't. He's nervous about the job, of course. We exchanged fire, we arrested, we were beaten, we were shot. You come home looted, but you have to loot, brother.